have created this chart, and it's a great chart, but it's a little busy.
Yeah, it is.
I really would like to be able to show maybe just the first quarter and not show all of that information. Do I need to go and redo it like you showed me how to create a new one?
Okay, first of all, it depends. If you wanted this chart and the other one, then yeah, you would go recreate a new one.
Okay.
Or you could copy this chart tab and then alter one of them. However, if this is the only chart you want to deal with, you can remove parts from the chart. You can change your data source.
Oh, okay.
So if you're looking at your chart, and of course our chart is selected, whenever our chart is selected and you see the border around the outside, that means our chart's selected. When you click outside in the gray area, it's not.
Okay.
But when the chart's selected, we have that Chart Tools contextual tab, and there's 3 tabs underneath, and we're on the Design tab. And over in the Data group, second group from the left, we have 2 areas related to data. One is switch row and column. So sometimes it gets busy, and if you switch rows and columns, it's not as busy. And basically what happens is the legend ends up on the x-axis, and the x-axis ends up in the legend. So let's click that.
Okay. Oh, wow.
Still kind of busy looking, isn't it?
It is.
So let's switch it back, because you wanted to have January, February, March.
Right.
So notice the next button is Select Data. So let's click on it.
Okay.
Now it brings us back to our spreadsheet so we can see the range that we selected initially.
Okay.
So it's telling us it's on sheet 1, cells A2 through G6. Before we mess with that, let's look at the legend. First of all, I could remove certain regions from the legend if I wanted to.
Okay.
I could add to the legend if I wanted to. There's an add button there. If I come over to the x-axis, my horizontal axis, notice I have my labels January, February, March, April, May, June, and so forth. And the edit button, just go on and click on that. So it's just the cell range that information's coming from. So if I wanted to put different labels in, but I'm good with these labels, I just don't need all of that. So let's click OK and come back here, and notice up top of this we have chart data range.
Okay.
Basically what I need to do is change the data range.
Okay.
So I can click on my, if I click in there, it'll take me out here, and I can go highlight my range. So what did you want?
Just the first quarter, how about?
Okay. So notice now our range is A2 through D6, which is just January, February, and March. And even in the legend and horizontal areas below, we see the change already occurring there. Another thing to point out, because we saw this out on the ribbon, is that there's the switch row and column option right here in this dialog box too.
Right here.
Yes.
Okay.
So let's just click OK.
Let's see. Oh, yeah.
And now you have the 4 regions, but only January, February, and March.
Yes, I think that would work better for just analyzing that area.
Right. And then you could create charts for other areas and so forth.
Okay. Well, that is exactly what I needed to do. So we can go into the Chart Tools Design tab and choose to select different data and delete what we have in there and modify to what we need for that particular usage.
Right.
And then all we have to do is hit OK.